Hi, I'm Neha Kumar, Sikkai's Vice President at Large. I'm also an Associate Professor at Georgia Tech. My pronouns are she, her. No matter where we're listening from right now, I'd like to first acknowledge this past year has been difficult on many fronts, and it has pushed us, the Sikkai community, to preserve and strengthen existing ties and discover new ones, relying almost entirely on virtual ways of functioning. As the Sakai Development Fund, or the SDF Committee, which I'm honored to lead, Adriana, Luigi, Navina, Vikram, and I have been grappling with this very challenge over the past year of building a stronger, thriving virtual Sakai community to ensure that Sakai members across the globe feel free to participate, are informed of avenues to participate, are supported in this participation, and find value in it. To this end, we redesigned or launched these initiatives that I will touch on briefly: the Sikkai Development Fund, the Gary Marsden Travel Awards, regional Sikkai committees, the community events and holidays calendars, Voices of Sikkai, Ask Me Anything sessions, and Sikkai's Equity Talks. The Development Fund supports community initiatives that promote diverse, equitable, and inclusive participation, offering up to $5,000 for mainly virtual activity at present. The links here will tell you about the SDF, how to apply, and give you examples of what we've funded. On the right, you see listed the 22 project proposals that the SDF committee has evaluated, iterated on, and approved for funding this last year. Next, Navina and I led an in-depth redesign of our travel awards programs to be more streamlined, flexible, transparent, and most importantly, responsive to the needs of our community. With the links in this slide, you can read about the redesign, apply, and check out the outcomes of our most recent award cycle. In red here, you can see the names of those who have supported us in making this change. Regional Sikkai committees help build HCI capacity across cultures and geographies, connecting chapters to provide enhanced opportunities for participation and strengthen ties across borders. The Asian Development Committee, or ADC, was already in existence. The Sikkai Latin America Committee was just set up this past year. This effort was co-led by Adriana, who is also one of our ACs for equity. We're working now to build partnerships with our colleagues in Africa and hope that next year we'll have more to report on this front. When the pandemic pushed all events online, our committee began to populate a community events calendar. This effort was led by Vikram to make it possible for individuals to partake of events happening anywhere in the world as long as they were open. So you or anyone can add your event to this calendar and check out events of interest. Oftentimes, Sikkai events and deadlines overlap with cultural and religious holidays. In order to plan these better and more inclusively, our committee, led again by Vikram, created the Sikkai holidays calendar for tracking and hopefully avoiding these unfortunate overlaps. In the event that such overlap cannot be avoided, we recommend that conference organizers offer an explanation and support to their community. The Voices of Sikkai blog series offers stories and lessons learned from individuals and groups doing HCI around the world. We've heard from our Korean, South Asian, Latin American, and Arab HCI communities. We're learning how different conferences are doing their best to be inclusive as they go virtual. And we've also become more familiar with the history of Kai through decades-old videos. If you'd like to share your voice in this effort, we're happy to help. In support of the AC's efforts to improve communication with the community at large, we coordinated a series of Ask Me Anything sessions, or AMAs, in late 2020. These were mainly focused on generating wider understanding about Sikkai roles and responsibilities. You can watch these videos on our YouTube channel. We're now in the middle of organizing our first ever equity talks. These are roundtable discussions with the community, conducted with the aim of informing the incoming EC about work that needs doing to promote equity on several fronts. We're super grateful to the folks here in red who have supported this massive undertaking. I'll conclude now with a question I frequently pose, which is, how would you like the Sikkai EC to mobilize support to groups within Sikkai, fostering participation and growth locally and globally? Email us anytime at sikkai-forall@acm.org or use your vote in the upcoming elections. On behalf of the Sikkai Development Fund Committee, I thank you for listening. We remain globally yours.